What's pretty common in Scottsdale, as you can see here, is this is actually a bigger development, so the lots are anywhere from 4 to 5 acres. So you can see here, this one's actually 4.1 acres, which gives you a building envelope. So 4.1 acres, as we know, it's roughly, without doing the math, 170,000 square feet, and we're allowed to build on 114,000. So they show you right here, this is actually, the darker line is the lot, that we come and survey, and then the little dash line is what we're allowed to build on. Now with that said, we still have to meet with the city and figure out, okay, as we're going through design, we have to understand the drainage. Right here we have the hillside coming from Pinnacle Peak and Estancia, so you have all this water coming down, so we have to really understand how that water is going to flow through this project so that we design the house around that and make sure that we don't have water issues, especially with the 100-year flood zones here in Phoenix. And then you have the natural vegetation, right? And you have the grade. So whenever you're working on a hillside lot, it's very complex. As we've talked about before, you have to understand that slope, because depending on the percentage of slope of the hill will dictate the amount of square footage we can do on a single story, or if we want to keep a single level, which is ideal, because as for resale for other clients, they always want to have single story, less steps. It's going to open you to a bigger market for resale. So it's real important as you're sitting down with your architect and civil engineer and landscape architect to really figure out how this home is going to sit, the driveway. These are all cost related. Depending on where we put that house and how many retaining walls, that'll really drive the cost in the site work. Trying to understand how long this driveway is going to be. Is it going to be a 40-yard driveway or a 150-yard driveway? These are all going to impact the cost of the house. So that's really important to understand what the building envelope is, what you're allowed to build in, and then how that house lays out. So there's a lot of coordination, and this is why we always tell our clients it's really imperative to have a builder involved from the very beginning. If you can have your builder involved, your architect and designer, it allows you to really control the cost, because now there's a budget in mind that everyone's mindful of and working together, and you have the insight and expertise of the builder, of the architect and designer, and as they collaborate, now you can do a home that's going to fit the budget, fit the project, fit the design, and still be cost effective, that you can resell, that you'll love, that you can afford at the end of the day.